I think for it being a small market team, people always look to the big market teams. People really sleep on Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
We really get a
Seriously.
packed house at a 110 game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I've really experienced it over the last 3 years, specifically last season.
Yeah.
You could just feel the energy
Yep.
shift. So I think that is the biggest highlight about Milwaukee is that it's like sneaky cool here.
I love here that the fans, like, they love the team. Very die-hard here. I feel like that's just all of the Wisconsin sports. They all love them.
So true.
He's had ups and downs in the 13 years he's been playing professional baseball. I have to go through that with them, plus, handle the mental load of everything, plus the dog, plus the babies, like everything.
Some people like glamorize and want to like be married to a professional athlete, not really understanding what you're giving up. And a lot of that looks like putting your career second or being the full-time parent.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Milwaukee Uncut. I'm your host for this episode. My name's Erica. You may have seen me on some of the other Milwaukee Uncut clips, but we have a really exciting episode of the podcast today. It's Milwaukee Uncut Brewers Wives Edition. So I was able to chat with Natalie Zastryzny, Lauren Bauers, and Lexi Vaughn, all three of these women from different parts of the United States, but what's bringing them together is the Milwaukee Brewers and their husbands playing for them. So you'll hear about their experiences, what they love about the Cream City, and I truly was so excited to sit down with them. Let's give it a listen.
I'm Lauren Bauers, Jake Bauers' wife.
I'm Natalie Zastryzny, Rob Zastryzny's wife.
I'm Lexi Vaughn, Andrew Vaughn's wife.
Amazing. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm really excited to be able to chat with you, but I don't know. I think it's got to be kind of a unique life that you guys live, to say the least, right?
Yeah, it is definitely insane. Been doing it for a long time too, so it feels like it gets harder but also easier because you're just kind of accustomed to everything at a certain point where you kind of just put your blinders on and like keep going, truck it along.
Yeah.
You're just used to it at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, constantly moving, just it's part of it.
Yeah, I'm so used to packing up everything twice a year and bringing everything to a new house that I've never been to.
Right.
Yes.
And especially now, I mean, if you haven't been doing it for a while, then already we're already in the thick of the season. We just dealt with even a major blowout last night against the Mariners. So, like, were you guys there?
Yes, we were there.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. We did not see it going that way. We were just like vibing, and then Gary Sanchez came in, and I was like, "Oh, this is legit.
Yes.
This is so fun."
Gary and William hugging to end the game. This is the best.
We were all chanting Gary in the stands. Like,
Yeah.
we all get very invested into the games.
But it never fails. I walked away as soon as my husband hit a home run. Like, I've seen probably less than a quarter of his home runs this year. But, we love it nonetheless.
I think you walked away for his other hit too.
Yes. Oh, all of it. All of it.
No, you're literally just as it's getting good. And
Yeah.
you're like, man, what am I doing? I just have to sit here. Like,
Yes.
you can't pee.
Yes.
You can't go fix your hair. You can't get a
No.
drink. You can't get food. You have to sit there and watch. You're
Yeah.
going to miss something.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah,
but it's all
exactly.
good. I got to watch it with the kids, so it was fun.
Oh, and I mean, that's the cool part about it is that you do get to keep going. You do get to keep supporting.
Exactly.
So I guess that was kind of a fast forward, but like, just tell me about you guys, because obviously you guys individually, you get to do awesome things, but you guys are also awesome people as is. And I've obviously only gotten to chat with you guys for a couple minutes, but you guys are so fun, bubbly. So tell me more about yourselves. Where are you from?
Jake and I are from Southern California. We both actually grew up and went to high school together, so high school sweethearts. And it's been kind of weird because once we got to Milwaukee, this is like the first time I've actually lived with him. Before that, it was like college, and I got to be a teacher for a little bit, and then we decided to have kids. So now, full-time mom for the moment and baseball wife. But yeah, got to live a little bit of a life before just full-time baseball.
That's wild. Literally just the first time you lived together was finally
pretty much.
professionally wild. There's no transition there. Just right away.
Yeah.
What about you, Natalie?
Yeah, we're from South Texas, Corpus Christi, and we went to high school together. We're not high school sweethearts, but we did meet in high school, and then we rekindled later when I was in college. And Rob's originally from Canada, so our story is just like really interesting. But yeah, I've been doing this. He got drafted in 2013, and we started dating in 2015. So it definitely feels like a decade of my life. It's just like blink of eye, flown by. So, yeah.
Probably a lot of fun, at least. A
lot
lot of
of
craziness,
fun. Yeah.
wildness.
A lot of wildness. He's been on like 10 different organizations. And I mean, Milwaukee and the Cubs have been like the two that we really had like our most bearings. Like we were there with them for like 3 to 4 years. So we're just happy to be here. I honestly didn't think he'd still be playing. I think him and I both were like, I didn't think you'd still be actively playing in this moment of time. Like 34, 35 years old. It's insane. But yeah, I love it. It's fun.
That's awesome. So Lexi, what about you?
We are completely opposite. I'm from South Mississippi. Andrew's from Northern California. We met in college through mutual friends. I went to Ole Miss. He went to Berkeley. It was very crazy how we met, but we started dating. We did long distance for like a year and a half, 2 years. COVID hit, and I was out there when COVID hit for college spring break, and then that's kind of how we moved in together. And then,
Oh, wow. COVID relationship going strong in there.
And that was the year after he got drafted. And so then we went straight to Chicago that year he was on the taxi squad when they had it. And then, baseball started. He debuted 2021, April 3rd. I think it was his birthday. Yeah, or April 2nd, something like that. It was the first day of the season. And so he debuted then, and we've kind of been doing baseball since, going back and forth.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very different than everyone else.
I feel like it has to be super glamorized, though, right? Like the life that you guys get to live.
Yes.
And like, obviously, like you only see the really cool, the highlight reel of it too.
Yes.
Like even me working in media, it's like everybody's like, "Whoa, that's so cool," but nobody sees the hours of rehearsals that we have to go to.
Sure.
The crazy stuff. Like I look like shit before I actually get on TV. It's like they don't see all of like the rough. They don't see the challenges. They don't see the rough around the edges. So kind of where does that come in for you guys too?
Yeah, I mean, it is a little more glamorized in the big leagues, but like the minor leagues going through that, I went through that because we're high school sweethearts. So I've been through it all with him. And like there was some places he wouldn't even let me come stay at his apartment because it was so bad. He was like, "You're not even stepping foot here. Like you're staying in a hotel." And just like, I think it also depends on the relationship. Like if you're long distance, that makes it harder too. It's not this like, you're not just floating around with them, traveling. Like everyone says, like, "You've been to every baseball stadium, right?" And it's like, no, that's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of, and there's other things in your life that's going on. So it's not just this follow them around, do what you want. Everything's taken care of for you. Like
No private jet.
No private jets.
Flights are not paid for.
Flights are not paid
Still
for.
riding commercial.
And you know what?
baby.
We're paying for our own tickets to games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't know that too. Yeah. We pay for our own tickets, and we pay for everyone's tickets when they ask for them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that like a big misnomer, I guess? Would you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Is that people-
Discounted, but like we're still paying for it.
We pay the taxes on tickets, and it just gets more expensive depending on who we're playing.
Yeah.
If it's playoffs,
But
Cubs versus Brewers
Yes.
is probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
insane. Yeah, it's
Crazy.
definitely insane.
Yeah.
But to Lauren's point, like when Rob was drafted and I would come visit him, baseball's very different now. The minor leagues looks a little bit different, and I'm not saying it's any easier. It's just they do get living paid for, other expenses are paid for. When I would go visit Rob, it was like a 1-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom, and then the guys would
Several guys,
alternate when the girlfriends would come in town. Yeah. So like there would be a
Respectful.
we love a little privacy. It would be like a blow up mattress in the living room, a blow up mattress in the kitchen, a blow up mattress in the dining room, and then like we would alternate rooms, and then they would wash sheets and like do the bathroom. So it was definitely like it's just changed so much, and him and I really love to like laugh and look back at just some of the places we lived, or like some of the minor league places you've gone. You're like, oh, I was in Syracuse, or like I was like, what the heck am I doing all the way over there?
Like who lives there, right?
No,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah,
there's
crazy.
literally just a mall. Like that's all there is to do there. So you have to find, and I think that's probably the best part about baseball is you have to become comfortable being by yourself because you're by yourself a lot. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. It's like if you're not putting yourself out there to be friends with other girls on the team, it can feel really lonely and isolating. If you have kids, that's another added factor because then you're a mom, and that kind of just makes things a little bit
Like
more
further isolating.
Yes,
probably,
because
sure.
it's just like if you want to make plans, you got to have the nanny, you got or babysitter. So just things like become different in every chapter and stage of baseball. But it's definitely something that people glamorize, and I think people it's like social media. People just see like a minute of your life, and they're like they have it all. And we do get to do some really cool things, but it comes with a lot of sacrifices too.
Yeah, obviously it sounds like monetarily, obviously, as well as like travel, and that takes a lot of time and energy, and you have to constantly meet so many people as much as it is also isolating in itself, I can only imagine. So what are some of those challenges that you've experienced too, Lexi?
I think that it's really hard going to a city where you know no one, you have no family. Your friends probably aren't close to you. And then the guys leave every other week because, like you said, we're not going to go to every series. Like, I'm not going to go to Detroit 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that, paying for my flight to go. Like, that's just a lot.
Yeah.
So that's really hard. I think that, it being expensive, you're paying for bills wherever you live at. And then during the season too, you have to pay to move. The guys aren't helping you move. So, like, when Andrew got traded last year, like I had to pick up, he wasn't even there, he left.
Yeah.
I had to pack up our whole house, and then we had to pay to get everything moved, and like we don't know where we're going to be at first, so it's just like a lot different than what everyone thinks.
Yes, no one like remembers like if you own a house, you pay that mortgage, you're paying rent. You're paying all
Double
the
Yeah,
rent,
you're
always.
paying the bills
Double
everywhere.
always. Yeah. One of my fondest and like most hilarious moments is when we were traded back to the Brewers last year, and I was like 6 months postpartum. And
Oh no.
Dan, which is like our team liaison, he like works with the guys to do travel planning and all that stuff, was like, Rob, you're on the next flight out of Philly tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. And it was like midnight when we got the call, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like how? And then in my brain, I was like, well, I don't really have time to think about it. I just got to figure it out. And I had to get a U-Haul, attach it to my Wagoneer, and I had 2 dogs, and I was like driving cross country and from Milwaukee to all the way to, or from where were we? Where is the AAA team for
Somewhere in
the
Pennsylvania.
Yankees?
Scranton.
yeah.
Scranton,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
yeah.
So we're in Scranton, Pennsylvania, driving all the way to Milwaukee, stopped in Pittsburgh because the boys happened to be there playing a series.
Yep.
Oh my
And
God.
Rob's like, well, I'll see. He's like hopping on a team flight. He's like, I'll see you in Milwaukee. And in my brain, I'm like, you don't even understand a lick of what I've gone through.
Don't even say anything.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I just had a really long travel day. I'm
Oh,
like,
I can't.
I cannot even. And your matching sweat set, get out of here.
Get out of my face. I just packed up and moved this entire house.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the off season when we're on flights together, and Andrew's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed. What do I do?" And I'm like, "Go sit down somewhere."
Yeah,
Like,
sit down.
I do this all year, like every other week.
Because they're on their like team chartered flight, so they just don't know how to act regularly
No.
anymore.
Yeah.
They stress out, or I mean, I'm sure
Got to
some
check
guys
on the
will.
gate 4 times, make sure it's still there. Like,
No, Rob with our kids, I don't know if Jake's like this, but like with Sonny, well, I'm like, you just let him run around. He's like, but he's crawling on the floor and he's putting his hands in his mouth. I'm like, you just gotta let him.
Yes,
do it.
It's
Fine. Yeah, it's really okay. But he like panics about Sonny. He's like, I don't know how you do this with a stroller and a car seat, and how do you get all in here this by
So
by
what you've
yourself?
already been doing
Yes.
is
Yeah.
stressful because
Oh,
he
yeah.
hasn't been doing it to the same extent, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
They got clubbies that can do things.
I know. I know.
They can pay anybody to.
Oh yeah.
to
No,
do
it
a
definitely
lot
takes
for
them a week or 2 in the off season to like acclimate to
Adjust.
real life. Like,
I can only like to actually be a real human, like a normal human that's not in a
Yes.
crazy schedule. So from that perspective of you guys obviously being the wives, like what is that perspective life of seeing them struggle in a different type of way to a really, really demanding career?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, especially with having the kids. Like Jake wants to be at home and like hang out with them, but obviously he's got to go to the field early, take care of his body, you know, get himself right. And so it's like he's gone from before noon to probably almost midnight every day, depending on like the time of the game. So it's definitely a lot. Like we joke about like how much mental load we carry, but like I have to try and remember like he is carrying this family too. You know what I mean? Like he works so hard, and it's definitely been crazy to see like the struggles and the ups. Like he's had ups and downs in the 13 years that he's been playing professional baseball, and like I've been through it all. So it's kind of crazy to like have to go through that with them, plus, you know, handle the mental load of everything, plus the dog, plus the babies, like everything. So I don't know. It's just, you have to like make sure you find that person that can be a good team.
Yeah, exactly. I've always said it takes a really good woman to be next to a professional athlete. You know, some people like glamorize and want to like be married to a professional athlete, not really understanding what you're giving up. And a lot of that looks like putting your career second, or being the full-time parent when dad can't come home and do bedtime routine or see the first steps and things like that. So to your point of just like when they've been doing this for so long, you see the ups and downs. And when they're already like a 1%er of a lot of athletes, a lot of people don't make it professionally. A lot of people don't make it to the big leagues. And then a lot of people don't stay in the big leagues. And like having to have that to adjust to the game because it's always changing, and then always having to know that you have to ride the wave. Like you can't be too high, too low, which I'm the too high, too low. Like the guys are so good at just being level headed, even when things aren't going their way. And I think I don't know how their husbands are, but Rob never tells me how he's actually feeling until the end of the season. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that? He's like, because then you would be anxious and worried and stressed out. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're probably right. And that would make it worse. But it's just that a lot of people, it's 162 regular games. So it's a
lot.
Whereas like football and basketball and hockey, and, you know, they're not playing every single day. These
But things
guys
change so fast too. Like you could be doing really well, and then you could suck, and then you could be doing really well.
Yeah,
again.
with there being so many games, I feel like there are a lot of high moments, and then there's like lows, and most people that aren't your spouse, like they don't really see the lows. Like everyone knows how your career is going when it's going great.
Yeah.
So when it's slow, it's like really hard. I mean, Andrew doesn't like bring it home.
Yeah.
But you still know the vibes. Like you're there and you're watching. So like you still know. So it's like trying to keep them happy, but also not talk about it. Like I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own. Yeah.
We also
has to
giggle
be.
about like how I'm a pitcher's wife and they're a position player's
I don't know
wife.
what she's talking about ever.
So they're like, it's just our struggles are look a little different
Yeah.
sometimes because she'll be like, sometimes I think Rob had a shitty outing. And I'm like, well, that wasn't your best. And he's like, I actually felt great. And I'm like, oh great. Never mind. I don't know what I was saying. And then when he does have a rough outing, I'm like, oh, I thought you did great. And he's like, I gave up a solo homer. So
like thinking about it
that
all.
was
Sad.
horrible. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. So it's just like having to understand where they're at mentally and like having to be there and to support them and also like help them take their mind off baseball. They don't get very many off days. And sometimes they don't want to do anything on the off days. They just want to relax. But
Probably
it's
just
like,
spend time with you guys as well.
yeah,
For sure.
I think that a lot of that comes onto the relationship too, because we're just at home and are like living the life. We're like, hey, we just really want to go on a date night. But then it's like it's like this bargain back and forth of like, okay, well, they just also played like the guys last night played a long game and they had scored 22 runs, and it's just like
Insane.
constant to ebb and flow. But like my favorite recent like tweet from JB was or not tweet, sorry, interview that he did recently. It was like, I need everyone to just chill. Everyone just needs to chill the F out. And then like and I just love it because I just feel like that's just how they are. They're like, okay, it may not be going our way right now. Like they got swept by the Padres and then they went and won 3 out of the 4. It's like baseball changes by an inning, by a pitch, by a hit. And I think that speaks a lot to what they're able to do, on the field, 162 regular games.
For sure. And like, but it's been crazy too to be with Jake for however we've been together 16 years, I think. And like, he hasn't always been that everybody just needs to chill the F out guy. Like he has gone through, I like most players, I'm sure have gone through their mental struggles. And so like, I think it's a lot been on him, like his personal, like mental work, but like to actually grow with him too and to see him become like more of a leader than a veteran has been awesome too.
And you have to, I feel like, especially in very high intensive jobs, it doesn't matter what it is, but obviously in this case it applies. Like you have to adapt your mindset or you're going to fall behind.
1000%. Yeah. And I feel like I've felt that as a mother too. Like becoming like we got here with our first baby, like she was born in the off season, and then we got here, it's a new place, like everything. And I struggled at first because I'm like, we're in a new place and everything. And you just you have to pick yourself up and like, get the right mindset to survive. I don't mean it that way, but like,
no, but it is.
Do.
It is. I mean, my husband's been injured this entire season and in and out of
parenting.
Arizona, and I've been solo parenting since February 1st.
Yeah.
The breakdowns are real, and it's like, but it's like to my point earlier of like, it's nice having friends. Like you have to put yourself out there and like make friends with girls that just get it and not be afraid to be like, yeah, I'm struggling, or like, yeah, this totally sucks, or. Because they're going to be the first ones to pick us up. Like just how the guys pick each other up. Like they're the first to get it over anybody.
Only people who understand are each other.
I get so frustrated when, any family member calls and they're like, what's going on with Rob? I'm like, when he knows, I'll know. And when I know, you'll know. Stop asking.
Don't even ask me.
Yeah,
please.
like,
You can't Google it, don't ask me.
We don't have that Arnold on speed dial. I don't know what is going on, guys. So,
Honestly, the media will know before I know.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're like, oh, wow, this is new to me.
Right here. If you can't Google it, don't ask me.
yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, how do you, especially the amount of times that you guys have had to move? That has to be, of course, like we already talked about that being an isolating feeling. Like that's really difficult, and having to move, like no matter if you've moved once or twice or 10 or 12 times, how does finding a new community, how does that work for you? How do you go about doing that?
I mean,
I feel like this is my first, I would say last year towards the end of play, like when we got into playoffs, I really started putting myself out there, like reaching out to people in the community. We wanted to do playoff parties. And I was like, I think we, as wives and girlfriends, we should, people should know who we are, and like we should do things, and like, or if we do events, like we do it somewhere where like it's local and it's not a chain place. Yeah. It supports small businesses. So I think like I started doing that towards the end of playoffs last year, and like this year, especially anytime we have our nanny and I get free time to myself, I'm like, I'm gonna go check out this place, like Hen's Deli next door. Like, oh, absolutely
dude, it
insane.
The
Insane.
sandwiches,
Yes.
bro. The pickle. Have you tried the? I don't know if you guys like dill pickles, but if you
Yeah,
tried
I
the
love
pickle bagel,
Yes.
chef's kiss,
Unreal.
so freaking good.
But I think if you just start doing things, and then I think when you have kids, you almost get yourself out there a little bit more because you have to get out of the house. You got to go to the zoo and you got to go to the play places and all these things. And I do think it's harder making friends outside of the lifestyle. I don't know if you guys could agree, but like I just feel like it's hard to like level with people, or they just see, like, to our point earlier, like, oh, you're a baseball wife. Like, tell me about that. I'm like, I just want to talk about my kid.
We talk about anything else. I'm a person too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
and like to that question, like we have to find sometimes our own housing. Like this team has been great.
Jesus,
like there's been, when we first got traded, a couple people who had been here like texted me saying like, ask this person, they have, connections, but like not every team's like that. And you like people just think like you're handed a house or an apartment or whatever it may be.
And a lot
like
of the time you're not seeing the place before.
No,
it's sightseeing.
too,
So you're moving into
Terrifying.
a place. Yeah. You don't know the location. You don't know what the like.
Is it going to work for the dogs? Is it going to work
Also,
for the
you don't
kids?
know the area
Like,
too. Like I'm learning about Milwaukee, and I've been here 2 years. I'm like, oh, that's a shitty area. But like you start learning those things. Or like maybe this area isn't very suited for what I like to do, or like where I like to go, and you kind of learn that as you go, but you don't really have that luxury.
Yeah.
Kind of moving on a whim, right?
Yeah. Always.
And Milwaukee is like kind of hard to find housing.
Yes.
I don't know how y'all know, but like it's hard.
Really?
Yes.
Rental properties. If
Yeah,
you want an
rental
apartment,
properties are
it's so
hard.
much easier.
Yeah.
But if you want a house, you have dogs, you want the space.
Dogs.
It's just it becomes really, really like cutthroat of what you can find. And a lot of people
for 6 months is also hard. That
6 months,
that is really
having
hard.
to make that
charge a lot, which is insane to me, but I get it. It's just definitely hard because you're like, oh, we're already limited on pickings here, and like you usually sign a lease like at the end of season, or you like try to start looking in January to sign something. So it's like you really only get a couple months of like not paying a double rent and mortgage.
Yes. So tough.
Yeah.
That's not ideal. I don't think anybody would really want to do that or sign up for that. No,
No.
absolutely not.
I also giggle because we have a storage unit in Austin because we lived in Austin for a few years. We have a storage unit in Boston because we live in Boston now, and we have stuff stored at my parents' house in Corpus Christi. I'm like, we have stuff all over the
Everywhere.
Yeah. Haven't seen my couch in 5 years, but she's in there somewhere in Austin.
That was Jake. We just moved all our furniture here, and then he's like, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to just sell it all, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we
Start
did.
over.
If anybody wants our furniture.
Yeah.
Blank canvas here. We're doing it.
We were in Chicago for 5 years, and so we bought furniture. We were in a different place every different year. But we bought furniture, and then we got traded in the middle of the year last year, so we put it all into a storage. And then I was like, so what do we do with all this? It's across the country. We live in Mississippi. So we just sold it.
I just sold it. Storage Wars. Take it.
You guys have to be so
Does
good
anybody
on Facebook
want all
Marketplace.
this? No, one of my friends actually bought a house, and I was like, hey, do you want my storage unit? It's 3 bedrooms.
Wait, literally the storage wars. That's hilarious.
Yes, right?
Storage queens. So then what have been your guys' first impressions of Milwaukee? Obviously, having to travel to a new place in the middle of the season, maybe sometimes, beginning of the season, paying the double rent, that's really tough. But what was your guys' first impressions of Milwaukee?
I mean, first impression, apparently dishwashers aren't the most popular. So that was like literally my first impression.
Or fenced-in
Our house
yards.
had no fenced-in yard and no dishwasher.
Yeah, no fenced-in
I
yards.
was like, okay, this Southern California girl is way out of her element.
What's going on
No,
here?
but past that, after the first day, no, I love it. Like, being able to just like walk in the neighborhoods and you see different animal, like we were in New Berlin. Everyone makes fun of me the way I say it. I don't know.
New Berlin.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
it
right.
Was like it was deers, bunnies, turkeys, like everything all day, every day. And it was the most fun. Yes. It was so fun. And just like everyone is so friendly. Like all our neighbors in that neighborhood were so friendly. Coming to the stadium, Bob Kozlowski at the guest services, my favorite human being in the world. Like shout out Bob. I know. Like
we become really close with like the people that we see every day at the stadium, and like one of our like section guys is leaving, like moving. And we're like, Juan, you can't leave us.
you can't just leave.
You're
You
really
get
attached to everything, but
It's like your family.
Yes,
The stadium,
yes.
of course.
Yeah, to your question of like my first impressions on Milwaukee, we came here in 2023 when we were with the Pirates. And I feel like what makes or breaks when you go on a road trip with your spouse, or it's like, what can you do in that city? And it's like, if it's easier to get to like shopping, bars, all these things. And I remember coming here, I was like, I'm not staying at the Pfister or Feister.
Yes.
So we got an Airbnb, and Rob's like, okay, you're crazy. I'm like, I'm Mexican, and I believe in that stuff. So
We're talking about the haunted fist,
yeah,
right? Okay,
keep that away from me.
Allegedly.
And he was like, you're making me pay when they pay for our hotels. I'm like, I don't care. So I was like, I'm not staying there. And
were
then
pregnant, too.
Yes,
No.
I was like, absolutely not. And so I was like,
It's a gorgeous hotel, by the way.
yeah,
phenomenal.
If
But
you're
you're like,
into like the Titanic vibes, like, I'm kidding. It's really nice in there. I just won't stay in there. The vibes are not for me. No,
Yep,
I
yep.
believe in that spooky stuff a little bit too much.
I got stories for you another time, but that's a side note. Yeah.
And then I remember being like, what do you go do? Like, you have to have a car to get to do things around here, like to get to the mall. And I was like, oh, like it was like okay. And then we signed here as free agents in 2024, and we came here, and I was like, oh my god, this is like I call it, it's a little bit smaller than a version of Chicago, but it's better because you can get around easier. Yeah. The dining here is unreal, and like to her point, the people here are actually really nice. Like you don't have like, when you go to Boston and Fenway or Philly, like those are two of my favorite away series. There's so much to do by the team hotel, but it's like the fans are gonna come hot
at you hard,
and Wrigley. And I mean, my husband was with the Cubs, and I've experienced both sides. And during playoffs last year, I was like, oh my god, I used to say I love you guys so much, but like you guys are so mean.
I feel like it's only the Cubs Brewers, and I grew up in Chicagoland area, so like I kind of like both teams. I'm a little controversial like that, but like. I feel like they can like each other, but no, those fans are like, nah, dude, we're not getting along here.
No, not at all. But it's like when you've been like, and she was with the White Sox, like you go to Chicago here, and there's just so much to do in Chicago, right? Like it is a great place. Like we're not all gonna sit here and be like, Chicago sucks. Like it is really a phenomenal city, and you can't beat. I've actually never been to the White Sox stadium, but I've had a lot of time at Wrigley Field, and it's just. You're not going to, it's an historic stadium, but you don't get what you get here with American Family Field. And it's truly a charming stadium, charming fan base, like very loyal, even when you're not doing great. Like they're still like a team that's going to support you. And the fan base really do love their guys here.
Yeah.
That is really unique too for you both that were living in Chicago previously and then came to Milwaukee because those are two very similar cities. So like what was that like, especially more so being on the south side of the city at oh my gosh, Guaranteed Rate Field. Was it called that then when he played for them?
Yes, it was Guaranteed Rate. I loved Chicago. I loved the city. Like she said, there's so much to do there. I like here that I can drive to the grocery store and just put my groceries in my car and drive to a workout class, and like there's a parking lot that I can park in. I love here that the fans, like they love the team. They love sports here in general, but like they really love the guys. They love the team. Very diehard here. I feel like that's just all of the Wisconsin sports. They all love them.
So true.
Yeah, I love that so much, but I do miss the shopping in Chicago, but it's only an hour and a half, so I just take a little drive.
Just take the Amtrak. You're good. Like drive down.
A little drive down for the day, and that's enough.
Yeah. I think for it being a small market team, people like always look to the big market teams, right? You got the Dodgers, the Padres, the Cubs. They have loyal, diehard fans, and it'll be a 1:00 game and it'll be sold out. But like people really sleep on Milwaukee.
Oh yeah,
we really get a packed house at a 1:10 game. And I think I've really experienced it over the last 3 years, specifically last season. You could just feel the energy shifting every time we got closer to playoffs. Everyone was really invested. So I think that is the biggest highlight about Milwaukee is that it's like sneaky cool here.
Sneaky cool.
It is sneaky. It's sneaky cool. We live in Bayview this year. We lived downtown last year, and that was fun. But living in Bayview, there's just like so many fun restaurants, bars, little cute little wine spots. And so I just think people, if you had a vehicle, you could get around. So we actually have, the Braves are coming in town this weekend, and one of the wives like messaged me on Instagram asking for recommendations. I was like, but you kind of do need a vehicle.
Coming in as an away team, like
it's
when
tough.
we used to come here, I would just drive, and I just really didn't know what to do. We would stay down here, and I was like, what do I go do? It doesn't seem like there's much around. But now that we're living here, I'm like, there's so many different neighborhoods. There's so many good restaurants. Like it's a really cool city.
Well, that's what I love too. Like it's like a town. Like I feel like it's not like it is different than Southern California where I grew up, but like it feels like I'm just in a neighborhood or whatever. Where like we were at the Yankees, and I mean, granted, it was only a year, and we were, you're never sure if you're staying somewhere or whatever. So we were, and I was also pregnant, so I was back and forth. But I was like in and out of we were living in and out of a hotel, and then we were in New Jersey. Like I have to Uber everywhere. I swear I became an asshole living there. Like it made me an asshole. Where like here, I'm like everyone's so friendly. I get to just like feel like I'm part of a community.
Lauren's one with her surroundings.
Oh yeah, I'm yelling at taxi cabs in New York. Like it's not good. You don't want me there. Here I'm like, here I'm waving at everybody. Like I'll hug my grocer. Like,
it's like the best parts and the worst parts of being on each team. You're like, ooh, with the Yankees, I would have like a lot of them live in Greenwich, Connecticut, so you're commuting, like by a train, and you're like, I've got kids.
You're not driving.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. Somebody has a meltdown, and you're like, I just want to fucking go home.
And like here, you can literally just pull right up into AmFam in our lot, like no traffic. They switch the lights for us to green, red, and you're like, they just take good care. Like it's
Yeah.
truly, and it's a really good family-based organization. They really do a good job of, making us feel like a priority with the guys, which is great.
They're wonderful too, and like as somebody who's previously worked in news and like now works in sports also too, like they're such a fun organization to work with. They're so like friendly. They're wonderful. Like there was one time I was working with a photographer, and like one of the people in one of the golf carts was like, "Y'all want to ride to the other side of the stadium?" So we're like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" But like they are truly wonderful. Everybody, But that being,
you can just tell that they want like everyone to feel like warm and welcome, like, and Murph having his kids in every post-game interview. I think that just speaks to how he is. He's the leader of the team, and we all feel that way when we're around each other. Like, we always say like their kids are our kids. Like, Chris Anderson, Grant Anderson's wife, she'll call and she's like, "How are my kids doing?" Like we consider all of each other's kids, our kids. We just all love each other so much. So it's definitely really, really cool. We love it here.
So then I know that you guys were talking about, obviously living in Bayview, living downtown, even checking out the city when you were just visiting. So that being said, what are some of the favorite spots that you guys have gone to, whether it's bars, restaurants, even activities like festivals? Because obviously Milwaukee, the city of festivals. All right, let's get into it. Let's debrief.
I live under a rock with my 2 children.
It's okay. You go to New Berlin and you see all the animals, the zoo that
go to the
Wild turkeys.
We had a wild turkey.
That was
on
her
our
exciting
kids. It was
activity,
so
is
scary.
seeing a wild turkey for the day.
little different phases of life sometimes, and that's totally fine. We love that too.
Yeah, she does venture out sometimes.
Yes,
I believe
sometimes.
it. I
When
bet
I
you
get
guys
a
are all really
babysitter,
fun.
everyone's
Babysitter, she texted me one day. She was like, "I'm at Blue Hour. If I lived here closer, if I didn't have to like wrangle the kids all the time, I would come here all the time." But I think for me, coffee, it's like Blue Hour, Vendetta are like my 2 favorite spots. And Blue Hour is like relatively new, but the coffee's unreal. Same with Vendetta, like you can taste the actual espresso, and I love it. If we're talking like others, like dining spots, we just went to room service the other night. Unreal.
So good.
So good.
So good. We went to.
Where you were when you're talking shit on me?
Yep, that was it.
Exactly. Were your ears pretty? Tenuda's in Bayview is really good. Sorella's,
That's a phenomenal spot.
That's really good. We're all diehard carnivore fans.
Yes.
Usually that's where everyone is at.
On an off day, you go in.
You see the whole team.
Oh, I've seen people in there. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, carnivore is
Having the
always
best time.
great steak. And then I love Hen's Deli's, phenomenal. Like we just talked about that, great sandwich. I'm a sandwich fiend.
I should have just told you, like, hey, the studio is right by
I would have known exactly.
Now I know. Yeah,
I was recently telling them about this Italian supermarket that's I can't remember what side, but it's like going
Brady
towards,
Street area.
Look, Gloriosa's.
Gloriosos. Yeah, you live right over there.
Wait, isn't that the lady who did the pasta class a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Maybe, I think so.
But it's like unreal. Like you can get a sandwich in there, you can get gelato, you can get coffee.
The
you can get
gelato's
fresh
insane,
made
too.
pasta sauces,
Yes,
fresh
I
made,
think it was.
like unreal. But I love to eat. I'm a big back. I just love to
Yeah.
eat every day.
We're in Wauwatosa and we love Bartolata. It's like the Italian place that changes their menu. We go there all the time. It is so good.
I just heard about that for the
Oh my
first
gosh.
time.
Yeah.
And the
Oh my
patio
God.
is so cute. We love it there. And then Lef's is like a sports bar
Lef's
over
Lucky
there.
Town?
Yes. We love Andrew literally orders from there daily on Uber Eats. Every single day, that's what he orders. After games, we'll go there and we've had people come up and be like, weren't you just playing a game? And he's just like, yeah. It just ended an hour ago. We're already sitting there eating. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
He
Jake and I
loves
were
it.
in Oak Creek this year, and we just like go to Chick-fil-A with the kids, and kids are like, "Wait a minute, are you Jake Bowers?" Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
That's us
at
at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. No.
Draft and Co is a new burger spot that
We went today. It was so good.
Dude, it's
Unreal.
fire.
Yeah, it is
Unreal.
so good.
I like posted a TikTok about it. Everyone was like, "No, you need to go to Archie's Flat Top." I'm like, "Okay, guys, I just said this was my first burger spot in Milwaukee, and it was like it honestly tasted like In-N-Out to me. I'm an In-N-Out fiend.
Love me some
Like when
In-N-Out.
I was like newly.
Get yourself there.
Dude, I know.
In-N-Out. When I was pregnant, I was housing doubles every day, and that should have been my first time.
It was for the baby, dude.
Yes.
It was for the baby.
Yeah, but like I felt that way when I went into Draft and Co. I was like, wait, this is unreal.
And it's
This
so cute.
so cute, and they're good drinks. They make them like fresh and then have them on draft.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, really fun spot.
It's such a small spot too. Like you look at it, I'm pretty sure they were talking about it being a Starbucks like years ago, like
Yeah.
a few years ago. Yeah,
They just
it
opened
was
it.
vacant for so long.
It's new.
No.
They just opened it January.
So good.
Yeah. What's another one? Calderon Club. That
Calderon Club. Yeah, we like
everyone
that one
talks
a lot,
about that
too.
one. Harbor House. Everyone loves Harbor House.
Can't go
Drinks
wrong.
at Wiggle Room.
Wiggle Room.
Oh, yeah,
Can't
Wiggle
forget
Room.
Oh, for bars, I would say Wiggle Room. We all love the Journeyman Rooftop, the Outsider.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great one.
Always a good spot. I actually still have not yet to experience Tiki Bar.
Yes, same.
Girls.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. When I tell you, me and my friends basically live at Tiki.
It's always packed.
If you're ever there, you might see me. It's like a 5-minute walk
come
from my
bother you.
apartment. We're like, just hit me up. Like, all right, let's get
Her and I were just saying for playoffs, it would be really fun, like day 2 of playoffs, if we rented a couple party buses and we tailgated all of the
like,
dive bars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like none of us have experienced dive bars because a lot of our days look like, getting ready to go to a game and then we're just at the stadium and we're like, okay, well, wait, we have to do it right in this year. Like we need to go party with the fans.
Yeah, and I like how they have the buses that take everyone
Yeah.
to the field. That's so fun.
Yeah.
I wanna go do
Zad's
that.
is very
Yeah.
specific. Zad's is actually over by here. Have you guys heard of it? No. Dude, it is like a biker dive bar. Open at, what is it, 6 or 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
And they have a
gosh.
sticker. So obviously, like, there's the dive bar. What's the one? It's like, I close, what was it? Wolski's. I close Wolski's. If you guys have seen that sticker, that one is like you close it down, you close the place down, and then you get a sticker.
Oh
but
my
this
God,
one
I
is the
love-
opposite. It's like you open
Open it and you get a stick.
Yeah,
So fun.
That's so
yeah, we were
fun.
I think someone said Magoo's or
Oh yeah, Magoo's.
Magoo's on the Mound is really good. My
yeah.
parents always go to. We actually went to a Brewers game a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Whatever one went extra innings. I don't even remember who we were playing.
When we did the walk-off? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a great game.
Love it.
Yeah.
we
We
gotta
went to
venture
Magoo's
out
on the
to the
Mound.
dive bars. That's what we
Yes.
said. We
Yes.
we obviously like have our spots, but I'm like, we really need to like do it right this year. And like
Wisconsin is a dive bar. You may as well call Wisconsin the dive bar capital of the world.
They
This
love
is
to
your
drink
guys'
here.
coming to
Yes.
Jesus moment.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
we're gonna do it all this
they
year.
love to drink here. And I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan.
Is that an adjustment? Is that like a cultural adjustment you guys had to come to? Is like, oh yeah, this state drinks.
No, being from the South. I
Yeah,
did.
no, we're from the South. Everyone's
I
drinking
feel like
there.
yeah, in Texas, like my family, they love their beer, Mexican beers. So I feel like I grew up around it.
Yeah.
So I feel like no, I'm not. I've seen it my whole life. Whether it was like in high school, college.
Yeah, college was a big one. At Ole
Big
Miss, I
one.
mean, game days, everyone's up at 8 a.m.
At
drinking.
A&M. Yeah, I
Already in the Grove.
going
yeah.
to I didn't go to A&M, but I used to
God.
go. A lot of my friends went to A&M, and we would go to College Station on the weekends, and it was like, yeah, I feel like it's not some. I feel like maybe Cali might be a little bit.
Yeah,
more
no,
chill.
but I'm like a little crunchy gal, so like crunchy mom over here.
They might be more for like the the grass. Over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
It's different. They're real different over there.
But we love it. We love
it's all different.
She's
We all
always
love-
down.
I'm always down for
Yeah.
drinks.
Yes, we actually took shots yesterday after our interview.
What's the go-to shot then?
Ooh, for me,
The peanut butter one.
Peanut butter with
at the stadium.
screwballs.
At the stadium.
They
so
give it
good.
in like a chocolate cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yes.
Where's
shot
this?
glass.
There's a dessert cart
There's
that goes
dessert
around.
cart that floats around. Yeah.
Yeah, if we're talking about the stadium, if we're talking about outside of the stadium, probably like a green tea shot with tequila. I'm a tequila drinker,
Tequila
so
girl,
like
Very good. My
Mexican
favorite.
candy shot. I don't know if y'all have ever had those. Those are really.
What's that?
We love tahini.
Yeah.
It's basically a spicy watermelon shot with tequila, and then they put the rim with tahini. It's so good.
That sounds
I have
amazing.
not experienced
Any
one.
spicy
I need
drink.
one.
That's what I
Anytime you're in
want.
Texas, you
I
can
even
make it,
just
but
like
anywhere outside
watermelon
of that,
by
they're like, what is
itself, and I'll just
that?
put
Yes.
tahini on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. You guys have to go to Tiki then. Like, I mean, that is one of the strongest margaritas. Like,
Love
one
it.
margarita,
Speaking
you're
my
on your ass or like
language.
one Paloma.
No, South,
so
Felix,
fun.
South Felix girlfriend and I were actually. She was like, we still haven't done Tiki Bar. I'm like, no, we have to do
Yes.
it before the season's
We
over.
have
It's
to.
the best.
I know.
It's the best. As far as that goes, I know that you guys were talking a little bit about community involvement as well. And I know, Natalie, like we were just talking before this, you even provided one of the auction items for Sweat for Strays that I helped put on. I was one of the organizers for, and along with Milwaukee Uncut. And we had a lot of awesome auction items that we were able to auction off and raise, I believe it was more than $3,000 altogether for MADIC, so Milwaukee Area Domestic Care and Control. So,
That's so awesome.
yeah, so it was a really great event, but like obviously you guys were a huge part of it, even if you didn't know it, you know, and like that was really awesome. So in what ways, you talked about it a little bit before we got on the mics, but you know, why do you feel like it's so important also to have, you know, use the platform that you guys do have? Because you guys, that does matter, giving back to the community.
I think within the Brewers organization, we do, they set up things for us that we're able to do to give back to the communities. In the beginning of the year, we were working with spouses of veterans or like people that are also deployed. And that was really, really cool. I felt like, you know, we're not doing the same struggles as them, but we live a life where you're not with your spouse all the time. And so it was just nice to like get to sit with them. Actually, we were at here, the nail bar right here.
Yeah,
We sat with them, got pedicures, and just talked about that. So that was cool. We do a lot with like the Humane Society. We have our auction, baseball auction coming up this Saturday.
Shout out, plug it. Yeah.
$50
I
free baseball.
I did a TV interview yesterday and did absolutely awful, you guys. But the guys are signing over, like, it's signed over 900 baseballs.
Yeah.
And
it's like a little mystery bag.
In a mystery bag. Essentially, you come and you donate $50. You
And you
actually
get
have
a
to
free
pay.
baseball.
And you get free baseball.
hand is
And they
cramping thinking
open it
about
in front of you, and it's actually
gosh.
really fun. Like, the fans get so excited. They last year it sold out in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It was
yeah,
insane.
like if you weren't there pregame, you weren't getting it.
And all that goes
Holy
back
crap.
to the Brewers nonprofit organization. Lexi and her husband do a lot of great stuff on their own to give back to the community. I'll let her speak on that. But
please.
they do a phenomenal
We have a
job.
player program that we actually started in Chicago called Going Vaughn, and it's mostly with children. We did a lot of domestic violence stuff, and then we mostly like to do things with kids in foster care. So we usually do something like once a month, and we like to do like interactive things, or he gets to meet them. We'll host them at the field. They'll go to batting practice. We just went to a camp where they reunite siblings, and we had like a carnival night with them. So we do a lot of that, and then whatever the Brewers put on for us, we always want to do too. Of
course.
Yeah. What was the one we did with the rooms? Why can't I
Now,
think
special spaces. We've
Special
done that a
spaces.
few times.
Like so.
Yeah,
sweet
you get to
like-
redo a room for a kid that has cancer. We've done a few things with Digs with Dignity in Chicago too. We love them, so it's fun. We
How
love
did you
getting
guys
to do it.
come up with Going Vaughn?
So we had always said we wanted to use that, and then when we were getting married, people started using that as like a wedding thing for us on Twitter.
Oh, the little hashtag?
At that point, we had already had it in a like that's what we were going to do our player program as.
I love
And then everyone started using it, and we were like, whatever, we
Okay.
still will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Love that.
Love
That's a
that.
cool story.
That's awesome. Is there any particular, why did you decide that specific? There's so many different causes that you can decide
Yeah.
to help out with. How did you settle
I
on
feel
that?
like we both feel like there are so many great nonprofits, so many great charities. We just both felt like there's not as many people that are advocating for kids in foster care, and like they really have nobody advocating for them. They don't have families usually, or things like that. So we just wanted to do more with it. Yeah.
An area like a blind spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like something that a lot of people don't do. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
And we still do stuff with the team that are other things, but
Yeah, within the
Yeah.
This
within,
is just our
within
main-
different teams, like players can choose to do like their own charity work too. But
Yeah.
like for the special spaces, like she asked if any of us wanted to help, and all
Yeah.
of us will pitch in. and come on our-
Because a
Yeah.
lot of stuff
Wonderful.
Andrew can't go to, so I'll just like ask the girls if anybody wants to do it. But
That's so fun.
yeah, he loves to get to do it too. So
Yeah.
we try to do stuff on off days.
Yeah.
Just to be able to give back, that has
Yeah.
to feel really
Yeah.
good too,
Yeah.
to the communities that are giving you guys so much too, and
For
like
sure.
such a cool
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah. And like I think Jake and I have been so busy with like our own thing, like obviously baseball.
Well, yeah,
takes
y'all
on a
have
lot, and,
kids,
like,
too.
The kids, but prior to that, I was teaching, so it was like we always wanted to be able to like give back, but it was like we couldn't ever find time together to like actually plan things out. And so I think coming here, it's been so awesome that they are so like
Invested in the community.
invested in the community and like they give us opportunities to without having to do the back end work. Like it's just nice. They say, hey, we're doing this, can you volunteer? And I'm like, absolutely.
Please.
Yeah.
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 So it's been
we usually
really
have
great
something
to be
coming on,
here.
like going on like once a month.
At
Yeah.
least once a month.
Amazing.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys all, I know that you were just talking about being a teacher too, but
Yeah.
obviously in addition to volunteering and being able to support your family and whatnot, do you still have your own careers as well?
Mine's on a hiatus. Jake hates
Yeah.
that I have, half our garage is teacher things, but one of these days I'll get back there.
It's so important,
Yeah.
and there's always going to be an opening for
Yeah,
a teacher.
exactly.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
one of
That's
these days I'll
wonderful.
be back.
What grade were you?
First and second is my my corner.
One of my best friends was a first grade and second grade teacher as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's such a fun age.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The imagination is crazy there.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh yeah.
Natalie, what about you?
I'm not working full time right now, stay at home mom, but I used to do social media marketing for a long time. And I kind of just do like fun social stuff every here and now and again. I also have like my own goal is to have like my own media company versus like helping people in the baseball world do PR stuff and things like that.
He's crushing it.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I'm trying to be humble, but yeah, that's my goal. I would love to, once Rob's done playing, whenever he chooses, is have our own little agency where we help guys, whether it's charity stuff or doing any sort of PR things. Like that's the goal. I feel like he's been doing it for so long. I'm like, you're so welcome. And he's just a really good teammate. Like everyone loves him and he's a good people person. So that's kind of our goal once he's done playing. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I'm not working. I did taxes for a few years, and so
No way.
busy season was really
CPA?
hard. Yeah.
A smart cookie.
Busy
Yeah.
season was
You're so
really
smart.
hard to do with baseball. So like
Literally
that's
right
when
at
we
the same
moved to spring
time.
training. That's then when we moved to the season. So, and then when he gets off days, he's like, "So can we hang out?" And I'm like, "I have to work 14 hours today."
Yes.
So no.
Yes.
I'm really, really stressed and I want to pull my hair out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah,
I
it's
think
tough
sometimes
a few
it's hard
years
to
ago.
have a career.
totally.
Sometimes,
Yeah, it's-
like
yeah.
you get FOMO of like
Yes.
not being with your spouse or like not being at the games or like
Oh yeah, or when
not-
everyone else is around, I'm like, I want
Totally.
to come hang out.
Yeah.
Yes.
when we were with the Cubs, that's who Rob was drafted by. And when he was in his rookie seasons with them in 16, 17, and 18, I was working. I was right out of college, and I remember like being so upset because I just wasn't there for everything. And I remember talking to the veteran girls about it, and they were like, "This is whenever you choose to not work, that's great, but like know that you're not making a mistake because this is such a small chapter of
Yes.
y'all's lives, and it's going to end one day.
Totally.
So your career, you can always start a career at 40. You can always start a career. If your
Totally.
career's not done, it's just taking a little break, like to her
Totally.
point, like a little hiatus, and
Yep.
we're never going to get these moments back. Like
Yeah.
time is so fleeting in the baseball world, it could end, and you just wish that you would
Totally.
have spent more time
Yes.
being there with your spouse. And like not everyone has that luxury, and we know that. But if you do have that luxury, you're like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
let's give it all we got.
The average person too, I feel like changes their career, changes
yeah.
their
Yeah.
trajectory multiple times in
Yeah.
the course of their life.
Yeah.
And you guys are so like that's such an awesome position to be able to be in.
Yeah. We also
That you guys
we
can
we
support your
also
significant other in those ways too.
we also always joke like our job title is like being a manager,
Personal
being
assistant.
personal assistant. We can
Yes.
move you. Like we really have like if we had a resume, it would be a
Yes.
legit resume.
Yes.
stacked resume.
No,
Stacked.
Absolutely.
So I think like we have our just the strong parts about being in baseball. I think definitely if we ever chose to go back into working, we would absolutely kill it in whatever
Yeah.
we decide.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
No,
You guys have
I-
like a drive like no other.
For sure.
Obviously.
No, it was
it's
like
a lot.
hard for me
Yeah.
to quit.
Yeah.
Like my mom drove into me like, you need your own career, you need your own identity. And then it was like I was teaching, and everyone kind of thinks like, oh, teaching and baseball, like you kind of go opposite seasons, so it's perfect for each other. But it was like, no, because then we never saw each other. Like, and I was in the classroom from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
and he's at
Never
home
talking.
just-
Yeah.
And so I remember we got married, and then he went to spring training after a month, and then I went and visited him for like less than 48 hours so I could be back in the classroom. And he finally was like, "Hey, how about you like
Just quit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quit, take a hiatus after this year."
Just for
and
now,
it was
yeah.
scary. I was like, I don't want to give up my identity and my career. And then, and then he kind of thought it was like a hiatus and maybe figure out how to, dive into fitness because that's my other passion. And then we got pregnant, and now here we are.
I think that's one of the other biggest sacrifices is like loss of identity.
Yeah.
I think that ebbs and flows. Like there's so many moments where I'm like, I know who I am, and like this is you're so confident in that. And then there's times where you're like, what the heck am I doing? And like, I'm just a baseball wife. I'm just doing this. And like, but you really like sometimes have to take a step back and be like, I'm more than that. But it's a huge identity loss when you choose to stop working and follow your spouse.
That has to be
around.
so hard. It's like I'm so and so's wife. Like I feel like that's what people do. People ever recognize you and you're like, oh, you're so and so's wife.
Yeah.
That happens?
Yes. I mean,
Here and there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the stadium.
yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah,
at
the
the
stadium,
stadium.
mostly.
Yeah.
I've gotten it at Blue Hour Cat, which is like
really?
interesting. Yeah. Blue
Also,
Hour
that's like
Cafe.
such a it's literally such a new cafe too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the people at the front, I've become like really cool with them. They're like,
awesome.
They're like, you posted a TikTok about us, and like we've had like 5. I think Bryce Harper came in, and he was like, they didn't know who Bryce Harper was, and everyone was like pounding him for signatures.
Oh my gosh.
And all of them were like just joking with him, and they were like, I don't know who this guy is, and they were like making jokes like, oh, are you playing a game today for the Brewers? He was like, no, I'm with the Phillies. But it's like I feel like I get recognized in those ways because I like post a lot about what I'm doing in the city and like new places I'm trying out. But sometimes people will be like, oh, Rob Z's wife, but it's very rare, like not very often. I feel like when we were with the Cubs, it was a little bit more frequent. We would get recognized out and about, especially during 2016. Everyone was just obsessed with the players.
Oh yeah, 2016.
I feel like here in
Yeah.
Milwaukee, everyone loves the team. So
Yeah.
a lot of times, if we're out, the guys will get recognized.
Yeah, the guys definitely get
Yeah.
recognized.
Yeah.
Like at Summerfest, they all went to the concert.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, that's so fun.
Yeah,
That
you
was
guys have,
really
you guys have
fun.
fun.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Dude, Summerfest is the best.
I know.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's a
Who'd
good
you
time.
see?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, we
when
saw
we
Ed
all
Sheeran.
went.
amazing.
Did you see
We
Cody
saw
Johnson?
Cody
Cody
Johnson.
Johnson and what's that other country?
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Because like, we were just there for the vibes. We didn't really. Sorry,
it was just a girls' night.
Yeah, it was just we were girls for Garth, but we don't know a song.
Yeah. So, did you ever go to Lollapalooza when you were in Chicago?
Yes,
I did not.
Different vibe. Very different vibe up in there.
Yeah, completely different.
I wanted to go this year. We like really.
Oh,
wanted
there
to
were
go
so
this
many good
year.
people this year.
Yeah, and I forgot why we ended up not being able to go. I think some road trip or something, but we really wanted to go this year.
It'll always be there.
Yeah.
And it'll always be the same.
Yeah, that is true.
Summerfest is also like similar, but it's also more family friendly. Like Lollapalooza, you're kind of like,
Oh,
you better follow the crowd. Or like you're
it's
gonna
a
get
hike
lost
and
at.
it's a lot.
It's a full like big festival.
Yeah,
It's
you're gonna get
huge.
lost at Perry's. You're crazy up in there, but yeah. So then, as far as it goes for game days, what is your guys' game day routine? Or is there one? Or is it different?
Me as a mom of two, it's get there before like the third inning if I can. Like we're rarely
Try not to miss the homers.
Yeah. For us, like when my husband used to be a starting pitcher, you could just tell the nerves were there. I think when you're a starting pitcher, you have more time to think about your next outing versus now him being a bullpen pitcher, you have to be ready the next day almost always. So when he was a starting pitcher, it was like he wouldn't eat breakfast because he was so sick. And I'm like, well, we got to eat. I'm hungry. But it was always, I always had to get his coffee right before the field. And then after that, I had so much free time on my hands to do whatever I wanted. That was before kids. Now game day routines kind of just look like, the kids, you get up.
napping.
You usually like they're sleeping till about like 11 a.m. So the kids routine, my son gets up at 7 a.m. on the dot. So like I've already lived a whole life by the time my husband's like barely getting in bed. And then we usually like go get lunch or something really quick, and then he's off to the field, and then we're like scrambling those last few hours before we got to get to the game. I have a full-time nanny, so I have a little bit more like time to myself, which is really, really nice. We found a nanny here. So we usually go out the games like every other day. If he was like normal and healthy this year, like we're there every other day, but he's not healthy this year. So I'm still there supporting
Of course.
him, being there with the girls and all that stuff, which has been really fun. And they also provide childcare at the stadium.
Yeah.
So that's so nice.
So we have our daycare teachers downstairs, and that's also nice. So like we can drop the kids off, even if I don't have my nanny. I'm like, and I am running late those days usually when I don't have my nanny. It's just, like you're running
Struggling the
you're
most.
struggling to get ready. It's a circus, especially when you have toddlers. But you are able to drop them off, and like you know that they're like safe and good, and you can go let loose up a little bit in the stands. It's nice.
See, Andrew like can't sleep in, so he's up every morning before 9.
That's so nice.
Has his coffee, watching fishing videos on YouTube. He does not eat
Lexi
at our
sleeps
home.
in actually.
No,
It's the opposite.
If it is a day game, I sleep in because our dog, he'll get up with the dogs. And then if it's a night game, then I get up with the dog at 7:30 and he gets up at 9. So like really, he's not sleeping in that much later, but he just sits on the couch. He doesn't eat at our house. I don't buy groceries for him. There's literally no
empty
point.
fridge.
No, because he won't eat
Coffee, that's
breakfast.
it.
He's gonna get to the field
And eat at the field.
Probably one of the first people there, so he's gonna eat at the field. Yeah, I don't know what he does. All kinds of stuff when he's there. I usually go and work out.
Yeah.
And kind of vibe for the rest of the day until I need to get ready to go to the game.
Until she's texting one of us like, what is everyone
I'm like,
doing? I'm
hey,
sick.
so what are y'all doing? I'm so
getting
bored.
antsy. I need to do something.
I'm
Yeah.
just sitting here.
Yesterday she was like, it's so long to the game. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to go get a blowout. She was like, fine. I think I'm going to take a nap. Okay.
Amazing.
And they're
Sounds
always
good.
like,
See you in a
so
few
our
hours.
kids are gonna nap, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll sit here.
A lot of us do have kids on this team, which is and all of us
Yeah.
similar in age, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But I would say every day is pretty. We're working around the guys. Like, how tired are they? Was it a late game? Do they have a day game? Is it day game into a night game? Like, I think a lot of it's just a lot of that. But yeah, I love that Andrew gets up early. Rob could not.
No. Andrew has to have at least an hour and a half sitting on the couch watching fishing videos and drinking his coffee before you're even allowed to speak to him.
What
like,
a peaceful man.
Yeah.
Rob gets up.
No,
with
if I want to
chaos.
ask him a
nature.
question, he's like, it's so early. And I'm like, okay.
No, Rob gets up and he's like cockatoo hair. And he's like, where are my clothes? I'm like,
Oh, yeah. We also live next to the river, so if he's not watching a fishing video, he just takes his pole and goes and fishes. So.
It's like a cat, just like watching out the window. He's
Yeah.
one with nature.
yeah, he doesn't need much.
No, he doesn't need much at all.
I laugh. We always laugh that he's from Southern California because, like, when we met them, I was like, "He's a
Northern
Mississippi
California,
boy.
but yeah, he does not act
He's
like
a
that.
Mississippi boy. That boy ain't from Cali. Like, he really
No,
does.
he's fully picked up my words.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Yes.
calling it a buggy, like
That's a
everything
great.
he says.
That's a great word. I pick up y'all. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest, but
And
I just
he'll-
think it's genius.
He'll fake the accent, and I'm like, okay, you've been here for like a year and a half.
Like you want to be me, I get it.
Yeah, like, okay.
What have been some of your most fun or some of the most funny or crazy what would have been some of the craziest interactions you guys have had with fans, or maybe even not just fans, but actually at the stadium itself?
Like Rob and I were actually just laughing about this one interaction we had last year when we went to Philly. One of my favorite road trips is Philly, and I was so nauseous before a game. My son was like probably 8 months old at the time, and he was like, I'll have the trainers bring me some medicine, like it was like antacids or something, to the dugout or like to the bullpen, just meet me out there before the game. And I'm like walking, you see the Philly fans just like yelling at him like, you fucking suck. I hope you guys get your shit kicked in. And I walk up and they're like, oh, is this your wife and kid? And Rob's like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean what I said, actually. He's like, actually, I'll grab that medicine for you. Like, don't even stress yourself out. And I was like, fake.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
But like I love going to places where fans are like so diehard, like in it, Fenway, Dodger. Okay, like love hate Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
But the fans there are aggressive.
Oh yeah, really.
I feel like you get probably the worst interactions at Dodger Stadium.
I think Philly's
Cleveland's
pretty bad too.
I feel like I've had great interactions at Philly.
I've never had any bad
Minus that
interactions
one.
anywhere.
They've apologized. I've gotten into it I got into it with Cubs fans last year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, they were like yelling at me, and I was like, oh. And I like turned around and started cussing. I will be the wife to say something.
Yes.
I'm not afraid. I'm like, you're sitting in the family section, have some class. Like,
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely, and Dodger Stadium, I was like cussing at some, I don't put up with it. I'm like, okay,
Give her a few margaritas.
Give me a few margaritas. I'm like,
A little
okay,
bit of liquid
I know we just
courage
got
up
swept,
in
but
there.
have some class back there. I was there, and she was sitting next to me. She was just facing forward, like sinking in her seat. I was like,
I'm like, Andrew will get on to me. I
screw that
can't
girl. But I think I think I have a problem where I just don't shut up. Like I will say something. So like I think my funniest interactions is that I will turn around and say something, or like I love being with the people that are like yelling and getting into it. We were actually just talking about doing a bleacher day when we play baseball.
Yeah.
Here in like a couple weeks, I'm like, we have to do bleachers, and they're like, well, we're gonna be getting into a fight. I said, right, absolutely,
right.
That's the whole point. Guys.
People will talk more shit in the
Yes. And they're like, well, we can't wear Brewers gear.
No.
But like, we're gonna be rooting for the
names.
Brewers.
Yeah.
And it's like September baseball, which is like the best
white
time of
t-shirt,
the year.
jeans, like super neutral.
Yeah. I feel like other than that, it's very positive interactions. Like people are just happy to be there. I don't know if you've had any bad interactions.
Like crazy, weird, funny
No,
interactions
nothing.
with fans.
No, I remember our first
No.
year, we was playoffs, and Jake hit like the go-ahead home run, and some guys recognized me as his wife, and they were like all over Snapchat, like they're like, can we take a picture together, like sending videos to all their friends. I'm like, all right, sure, yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I've had people like see me
guys.
with his name
Yeah.
on, and they're like, "Oh my god, I love him!" Like things like that, just because I'm wearing it. But
Yeah.
nothing crazy happened.
Yeah. I'm just a certified.
Attracting the crazy.
Yeah, I love the crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you guys have any, fighting words for the rest of the season, or any words of wisdom?
I'm manifesting. I've just been telling
We've all been
everyone
saying
we're
we're
going to the World Series.
Yes.
We're
Oh,
going.
we are.
It's not even a question.
You
We're
got to
just
be
going to
so
go.
delusional about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When Rob was with the Cubs in 2016, it was like when the boys are vibing and the girls are vibing, the fans are vibing. We are destined for great things. Yeah. And last year was just like we were on the cusp of greatness.
Yeah.
And they're already an amazing team, but this year you can just feel a little bit like, okay, we got to do it this year.
Yeah. If anybody can do it.
If anybody can do it, we can. There's no reason we're not the best team in baseball every year.
Yeah.
And we're still the number one baseball team right now. So it's like, I also tell people baseball's a long season. So, give us some grace.
Yes.
Give the guys some grace. Like, we're not going to have our best
Everybody
games.
needs a minute.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just let us clinch. And then from there, we'll coast and have a good, not coast, but like we'll just enjoy and have a good time. But I'm really excited for what's
Me
in
too.
store.
I
We've always said
love
we're just ready for
playoffs.
playoffs. We're just like, can we fast forward, clinch, and be in playoffs already? We're just ready for those vibes and atmospheres. We're already talking about playoff parties.
Oh yeah,
and-
playoff games too. Like I can't eat all day. I feel sick. I'm not even playing. I'm like so stressed. I'm like, dude, I can't eat anything.
You honestly can probably see where the family section is. When we were facing the Cubs last year, we had like Bluetooth microphones, and we were
Yes.
we were like,
Yeah.
enjoy I-94, losers. Just talking. Yeah. And the guy came in, he's like, are these wives? And they're like, yes, those are the wives.
Yeah.
But like we're as invested as the fans are, and I think some people think that we're not. Maybe not here in Milwaukee, but just a lot of in sports, they're like, oh, it's just another day for them. No, but like we are so invested in it as much as you guys are, and we want this team to win it for Milwaukee as much as you guys do, if not a little bit more. Our husbands' careers, they're out there. They're out there grinding. It is a huge deal, and when you have the city behind you, I think that's all that matters. So,
And we have a really good group. Everyone has so much fun together. The guys, the girls. So it's like we have a really good group to win it.
Nobody has ego here.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. You don't have like guys that are, we obviously have big names on our team, but there are some teams you go to and it's like you can feel like, oh, those are real famous baseball players. And there's
Like the ego is there, the attitude is
Totally.
there.
Yeah.
Here it's just
Yeah.
like we're all
Everyone's
in it
down to
together.
earth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone just wants to have fun together and win baseball games.
Yep.
So simple, but that's awesome. You guys are wonderful. Seriously, thank you guys for coming on Milwaukee Uncut. It's been
Thanks
such
for
a pleasure to
having
have
us.
you, and thank you truly for like pulling the curtain behind it a little bit, like and just like allowing us into your guys' life that is so unique and has to be really difficult. But you guys have great heads on your shoulders and a great representation for Milwaukee and for our team.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
having
you.
us. It was so much fun.
This is awesome.
Awesome.